2, 3.
I just sat here recording for, I want to say about 20 minutes, and I kind of just realised by the end of it I was just rambling. I'm going to put a little list, I think, in the description of what I've got on my notepad, like the little word pad, just kind of remind me what I want to say. Maybe not exaggerate, expand on a few of those ideas, because if I talk about them the video will end up being half an hour. I was about 2/3 of the way through and I'd spoken 20 minutes, so that only figures that it'll end up being quite a long video, and I don't want to bore you guys to death because I know I do tend to do that with my longer videos. Let's talk about the game that you're seeing all over the sub box at the moment. Hello Battlefield 3. So let's get cracking. Yeah, had some issues with PC, getting it all set up, but eventually got it set up. PC and Xbox are on my way to go. I'm doing it for both those platforms. Maybe that was a stupid choice, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes down. Xbox came on Friday. I am slightly higher rank on PC. I think I played about 5 hours on PC and 2.5 on Xbox, something like that. So I've put in quite a bit of time since the 24th. And PC came on the 24th. I played like 2 hours. Played about an hour and a half then, maybe 2 hours then. So yeah, so I have played a lot yesterday. I played about 6 hours yesterday. So, you know, putting in that time. We have had problems there, haven't we? Xbox, your servers are horrible for PC. For Battlefield 3. I've had a lot of matchmaking issues. Supposedly they're getting slightly tampered with. Hopefully it will sort itself out soon, but no promises. I did see a patch earlier, some details for a patch earlier, to do some weapon balancing and things like that. You know, weapon balancing is something I want to address later on in this commentary. There are some big issues I think in the weapon balancing field. Granted, and bear in mind, I am only like a level 10 and 5, I think. So, or 10 and 6. So, you know, I haven't had a lot of weapons and I haven't used them all. So let's just see how it goes down. You know, I reckon within a few weeks we'll find the M60 of the game, the AN94 of the game, that kind of thing. So we'll see how it goes, and all in good time, I believe, will be revealed. Yeah, launch issues, I've already ticked off like 2 points that took me like 10 minutes to go through. First like glitch bug thing. PC spectator glitch. I don't know if anybody else has encountered it, or maybe it was just the server that I was on. But me and my mate James, we jumped into a game on the one with the oil rig. At the start, you know, you come across like the desert, and then you go into I can't remember the name, unfortunately. And I had about 5 times, he had about 3 times. A few of the guys in the server mentioned it when I first asked about it, like if anyone else was having the issue. About in the middle of like a life, you say you're just running towards the objective or whatever, you know, just running across the game, and suddenly you would get taken out of your character's perspective and put in a spectator, like a death spectator, when you like look at the player from like a camera angle of another player who hasn't killed you or anything. It's just another player on the enemy team, and more annoyingly, was put into the jet's perspective, of the enemy jet pilot's perspective, and then you just watch him fly around in third person, literally like you were him, but you're not taking control, you can't do anything. And I know for sure this was happening because not only were the guys saying it, but like you would see just people stop in the middle of the game and just suddenly not move at all, and it was like really odd. But while I was watching the guy's jet perspective, I saw my character standing in the middle of the road where I'd stopped running, not doing anything. I was like, what's happening? He wasn't moving or anything like at all. My other mate was like, he's like, John, turn around, look at me. And he was like, I can't move. And what was happening was he was just moving around like on the spot. He couldn't actually move at all. But obviously that's because he was looking at another character trying to, you know, sort it out and see, but nothing happened. You can go to like your options either. You had to get shot basically for it to happen. It's not for it to happen, for it to end. So I don't know if anyone else has actually had that, or maybe it was just the server. I haven't had it since, so maybe that leads me to believe it was just like a server glitch or something like that. But yeah, look out for that in case you encounter it, and get back to me if you do. One thing about Xbox and PC, not like a flame war or anything, you know the whole EA Origin Battlelog account linking? I want to link my Xbox account to my Battlelog, my Xbox to my Origin EA Battlelog thing. Basically, my existing EA account, which has my Mongolian Gnome Origin and Battlelog kind of character, has my old gamertag, and I do not have access to that gamertag at all anymore. It was locked by Xbox so a good few years ago. I haven't played on it for a good long time. So Mongolian Gnome, how would I go about putting my gamertag Mongolian Gnome on my EA Origin Battlelog account thingy, which has my PC Mongolian Gnome Soldier? Anybody know how to do that, go about doing that kind of thing? Get in touch, please. It isn't the end of the world if you can't. It's just I like to see, like, I like to you know, check out all the stats and everything, look at like how I unlock things, whatever. I don't know, it's just something I enjoy doing. And I guess I can do that when Stats Verse comes out for Battlefield 3, when they sort that out. I still haven't set it up yet, and I'm checking that quite frequently. Because they did a great one for Battlefield Bad Company 2. So I'm just hoping they do it for Battlefield 3 so I can check check the old stats out, see how things are going. Because I do enjoy doing that. I'm weird like that. But that's just another thing. If anyone knows how to do that, get in touch. So on to the actual game. You've heard all the launch issues. Let's sort of talk about the actual game. I'm really enjoying it. I would definitely say buy it. Keep that in mind in what I'm saying now. I am absolutely thrilled by the game. I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving it. It still hasn't sunk in yet that I'm playing Battlefield 3. I know that sounds really stupid, but like I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Is it good because you know, it's like just overwhelmed me, or is it bad because there's not massive wow factor? Well, I suppose it's probably the good one, because I have been wowed already. Jet flying is fun. I'm putting that out there. I know I'm not very good at it. I still have 0 points in a jet. The first 4 times I took off in a jet, I crashed into the water. I didn't know how to go up, so I just accelerated really fast, put my boost on, and then went about 10 meters and went underwater. Luckily, no one seemed to be too bothered. Nobody had a go at me on chat, or I actually said, does anyone want these jets? And someone said no, so that was alright. Yeah, so I just got free practice on the jets all game on again, I can't remember the name, but it was a conquest game, and it got like the jets on each end. One's on an aircraft carrier. I've never been the other side for that map. It's really weird. I've always been the people on the jets on the aircraft carrier. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, I get to fly jets around a lot on PC. I haven't played them on Xbox. I haven't flown them on Xbox. I've flown a chopper around, and it's fucking ridiculously tricky. On Xbox, jets are supposed to be easy. On PC, they're quite tricky, just for me. On PC, though, helicopters are supposed to be easy. On Xbox, trust me, they are ridiculously hard. If you're a PC guy, on Xbox, they are really tricky. They're nothing like Bad Company 2, which was quite easy, and they've got all like spinny and stuff, and they fall over a lot, which happened yesterday. When I was playing, I flew it into a mountain, which was a bit of a mistake. What I would recommend, if anyone's looking to fly without destroying them in-game, go into co-op with a buddy, and go to that helicopter mission and just do that over and over again. We failed that a couple of times, me and my buddy, yesterday. We were just checking out co-op, we completed it through, got the wrecks. Go and do that mission. It's like the 3rd one, I want to say, or the 4th one. That's really good to sort of practice flying. You either get to practice flying, which is really what you want to do, or you practice gunning. So just if you're not doing anything, you're like happy to browse the interwebs, just go and sit as the gunner and co-op with that guy and just let him fly around and do shit. Or, you know, focus and get some more points for co-op. That's just a little tip that if nobody knew about, that's why I'd go and check it out. It doesn't help, it doesn't harm your team, there you go, if you're doing that in co-op, because obviously it's got nothing to do with the multiplayer bit. Weapons and stuff. Snipers, you are still fucked up. I came into Battlefield 3 thinking snipers were my big point. I was getting good with it in Bad Company 2. I'd say I was pretty competent, you know, and a number of other people said I was quite decent. But there are a number of guys who, you know, you look to whenever someone says the old sort of aggressive recon term. I mean, you've got your Enigma, obviously, you've got Mass, you got Stone, Barner, or Barney, however you guys know him, and Jimmy the Snakes, all 5 guys off the top of my head who are incredibly talented, skillful players across platforms. You know, and these are guys that made this kit look overpowered. It wasn't, well, it was in the right hands, but you know, that was just as overpowered as some squad of guys with assault kits or medic kits. You know, fucking hell, medic M60, 4 players, team medic, as Coino would say. It was ridiculous. They were harder to kill than anything else. I'm really disappointed that they nerfed the recon kit so strongly. It really made it a big problem for me. The fucking radio beacon is like the size of a fucking person, and like it's ridiculous. So you can walk past like the other side of a building and you can hear it. So bloody hell. They really messed that up for me. I want them to make them slightly more powerful. You know, if you've got a bolt action and you pop somebody in the chest, they should go down. You know, that's a bit stupid that you have to hit them twice. Make it Bad Company 2. Don't care if it needs to be within range or whatever. You know, if you're within 40 meters, or yeah, 40 meters, that's not too bad. If you're within, let's say, 40 meters, maybe 30, that should be a one-hit kill to the chest and above. You know. But if you're obviously a little bit further away, fine, do it like a headshot, do it like Bad Company 2 was. That's totally fine by me, and I don't see where anybody would object to that. If anything, that just encourages aggressive play from a recon character. It means they have something to use when they meet someone face to face. And shit, if someone meets you face to face and drops you, well, don't complain it was a recon kit. It could have just as easily been a shotgun or an RPG or something like that. So, you know, you never know what's going to come around the corner. Just it's unlucky if you do. Yeah, I'd rage at it just as hard as you guys when I get shotgunned or RPG'd or something like that, because it's something you don't expect, but it's something in the game that's possible to be there. And unfortunately what DICE have done by saying, yeah, we're going to give you a ballistic scope, yeah, we're going to give you a bipod, and also you need to hit your head, otherwise we're not going to kill anyone. Well, what you want to do is go and sit right at the back of the map over here. It's a great spot for you guys, you're called Wookiees now. All they're doing is encouraging that, so sorry that you, I don't know, you've sort of gone against what you intended to do in the first place by ruining that kit. It's not unusable, but it is hard to use. The bolts are really underpowered. The semis are, I'm not going to say overpowered because they're not. They're 3 shots. I've been hit 3 times by an MK11. And the SKS, I have the flash hider on it just because of the limited edition package that I got. That takes good few shots actually to drop somebody. At least from the few games that I used it, and I went alright with it, but it isn't the easiest thing to use in the world. Weapon balance and choices and classes. I'll go over my classes and things in another video, and weapon balancing, what I think they could do about that, because I know this is going to drag on otherwise to 20 minutes, and I want to get it over before then. I think I've already spoken about jets and choppers and stuff. Pretty sure. So yeah, so my big issue now is the mortars. They're really ridiculously overpowered. Somebody do something about those. I can't stand seeing people sit at the back of the map in their 10-second zone. I had a guy yesterday who hid round the corner of a concrete barricade. You couldn't actually get to him, or you couldn't see him unless you went out of the 10-second zone, and I think I got to see him and started shooting him, and then I died because it was like 2 seconds that I got to like see him. So that was, you couldn't realistically kill him because you know, as soon as you hit him with an RPG like next to him, because the barricade was so far out, it would barely touch him. You'd just get a hit marker. But I mean, we shot 3 rockets at him, nobody got a kill, so I don't know if that was bad rockets, but we all got hit markers and nothing happened. So I don't know what to do about that. You need to sort those out. I'm seeing people go. The guy went yesterday 16-0 by the last base of Grand Bazaar with mortars, and then I sneaked around the back and managed to get a kill on him, which was incredibly tasteful, if that's the right word for putting it. Sort the melters out. That's stupid what they are at the moment, because At the start of a game yesterday, I saw 3 guys go straight to mortars, and that is A, not helping me score an objective. Well, it is helping me score an objective because there's less people planting them, but it's not helping my team. Great, one of you can do it, but we don't need 3 or more people sitting back there getting kills, because realistically they're just fucking annoying and it's a cheap tactic. People will revert to the cheap tactic, unfortunately, but that's how it is. Stingers. I saw stingers are getting patched. I'm quite curious as to how that works. Again, from the limited, well, not limited experience, I'm pretty fucking handy with it now. I've been using it loads. But people are like, oh, they're overpowered. Some people are, well, I personally think they're a bit underpowered. I absolutely respect the fact that when you get flares, they are underpowered. I think that's how it is. Before you get flares, yeah, they're a bit overpowered because you can trace a jet if it doesn't have the afterburner, especially, and lock onto it and disable it in one rocket, which isn't fair. But you only get 3 rockets to launch with. I think when people start hitting these higher ranks and getting the extra explosives, I think that's rank 11, then you're going to have a big issue because it doesn't matter how many flares they've got. The reload of it is really fast. It's much faster than the small, and you can on the RPG, and you can send them out pretty fast within a cycle of a chopper, let's say, as it comes around behind you. By the time you've reloaded, it's flying around the other side of you, and you can just turn around, lock onto it, bang, and it'll go out. Because usually when they've popped the flares and you've got 1 or 2 people doing it, me and my mate yesterday did a really nice, sweet little moment. He disabled it, and literally about a second later, mine came in and smacked it. Because I'd like taken the flares out, he fired the next one, and then I fired the next one in after that, and it took a chopper out before it even got to the land, from where they come off one of the aircraft, and it was just like a really sweet moment, but at the same time it's like, whew, he must be pretty pissed, because you can't do a lot about it. So I think when people start to get flares and more talented in flying and controlling them, I think maybe then you're going to have a bit more of a balance. But at the moment, big issue towards, are they overpowered or are they underpowered, or are they as fine as they are? I want to hear what you guys think about the stinger issue. To me, I can see it going either way. I can see DICE making them too weak and then aircraft being overpowered. Granted, you know, it's a fucking chopper, it's a fucking jet, of course it's going to be powerful. But at the same time, like, you don't want these people on the ground having that AC-130 moment, where it just rains hell on everybody. So, big balance issue again. EOD bot, I'm making a montage. That's what I'm saying. Fucking that's the second most fun thing in the game. Jets, EOD bots. Yeah, that's about it. I kind of took me ages to figure out how to use that yesterday, but then I went and planted like 4 objectives in a row. Brian knows about this. I was doing fuck all game. I was just sitting there with an EOD bot planning. Nobody knows what they are either, which is really fun, because you just walk past people and they're like, oh, cool. Right, that's about it. I've ranted for long enough now. My voice is getting sore for speaking for about 40 minutes, so... and so basically, thank you for watching. Much appreciated as always, and that's it for now. I will do another video soon. I've got a pretty good rush game. I think we lose it in the final base or something on Grand Bazaar, but that was a really good game for me to play. I'll see if that translates well to a video, and that's probably my next thing to come up sometime in the middle of the week. So other than that, thank you for watching, guys, and enjoy Battlefield or whatever other game you are playing.
Got an ACON? Try that out. Look at our 4th squad mate going big at 0-2. Look at our scores compared to the other teammates.